Welcome back to HP Live. This is the number one place for Pokemon news, rumors, today leaks, and speculation. We got a lot to talk about today. Generation 10 is back into the news cycle, at least online, at least on Twitter. We're going to be talking about the Generation 10 region. Like all these things, I'm going to say spoiler warning for the entire episode. We'll see in the future if this ends up actually being real information, but it makes sense from a lot of the other things that we've seen. So we're going to be talking about the Generation 10 region, kind of doing a nice little breakdown on that. There's a lot of other things in the news. Nintendo is going after the Teraleaker. That's kind of fun. It's kind of ironic. It's kind of fun. Not for him, but it'll be fun to watch. And one of our friends, super talented artist in the community, trolled the entire Pokemon community when it came to Legends EA leaks. That's going to be fun to talk about. There's new sitting Cuties. That'll be something we're going to discuss. Super excited for that. Specifically, the Switch 2, it went into pre-sale. That's going to be, I want to talk about that a little bit because I haven't got mine yet. We got so much to talk about. I'm so glad to be here. It's a Friday afternoon. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with TraderLumi and SoulSilverArt. Lumi is back from vacation, and I gotta say right off the bat, his energy almost scares me. He's too relaxed. I've never seen him this tan, and I've never seen him this relaxed. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's all, I think your energy is also kind of infectious because I'm also wearing a button up today. I kind of look like TraderLumi. I kind of look like Lumi today. So about 2 hours ago, or noon today, actually right off the bat, hold on, I gotta thank someone. Whale Lord just became a legendary tier member right here on YouTube. They now have access to our entire archive of exclusive podcasts and VODs. What?
That might be, sorry to, since
we're here. No, they can hear you now.
Yeah, I think it's because you were just talking and they were like expecting us to talk, but we weren't talking. I think that's what happened.
Okay. They can hear you. They can hear you now.
That was just, yeah.
They can hear you now. Thank you for that, guys. This is
never mind.
Listen, this is the magic of being live, right? But yeah, like I said, Lumi's he's scaring me with how relaxed he is. I don't know if you want to defend yourself, Lumi. He was making some nice one-liners when I said he was tan.
Look, I'm happy. I'm happy. That's it, Vacation is nice. All of you go on a vacation.
I can't wait.
I need to go on a vacation.
Soul's going soon, so there we go.
I've been dreaming about camping. I've been dreaming about the beach. And I think today, this is going to be great because today I'm going to be dreaming about Greece, perhaps. Maybe some beautiful European
What would you
islands.
be dreaming about Greece?
Spoiler warning. That's your warning for the VOD. It's in the title. Don't click if you don't want to hear about it, but we're going to be talking about it. It's going to be fun. So basically, at noon today, we started seeing some things bubble up. Basically, I mean, to me, none of this seems like new information, right? Nothing I think I've seen seems like new information.
It is, but it isn't.
If you've been paying attention. But is it really? Yeah. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
It was always just fan speculation.
Exactly.
Basically.
And I'm almost thinking that this is more fan speculation.
Apparently it isn't. But
but I think my point is I think the fan speculation was pretty spot on.
Yeah. According to this, yes.
So basically what we're looking at is, Lumi, you called this the Cyclades. That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
That's like
I'm not gonna lie.
the part of Greece specifically that it seems to be focused on. In a similar way to how, like, we've gotten 4 Pokemon regions based off of Japan, but they're not based off of all Japan. It's pieces of Japan. Even, like, Unova, it's not America, it's just New York. And even Kalos is just the northern part of France. So that's what's going on here, is it's a part of Greece.
That's cool. It's basically all these little islands. And what's funny is, like, we've talked about this on the show. We've talked about it in the framework of a fan interpretation of leaks that happened during the Teraleak. And now people are coming out just saying, "Oh no, this is real." And I guess honestly, as we go into this, this is a topic. This is a later topic in the episode. But our good friend Cardinal put out some stuff that was, quote unquote real. And then all the Teraleakers, all these people that had info, all these people who also didn't have info and are just like bluffing, right, for the clout, said that these fake fan-made images were real. And then Cardinal came out and said, "I made it."
No,
hilarious.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not real. So all the
It would
to
be
him,
very
too, because
interesting to see that the people that have posted it today are the same people that posted "I can confirm Mega Feraligatr exists."
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
is this? I'm just saying, I don't know if they learned a lesson here. Maybe everyone should just take a step back and be like, these people are the ones posting it.
I want to
believe them. So I think
I want to take a step back. I do. I really do.
Dusty's on the at least on a skeptical. Like, you always got to be careful with leaks, no matter if it's real or not real. You got to be like this is not set in stone.
This image right here, this quote unquote Mega Feraligatr, was going around the internet, and Cardinal made it, and that's what we found out. Cardinal made it, but everyone was saying it was real. We talked about it for like 2 episodes, and we were being dodgy about it because everyone was saying it was real, so we didn't want to actually spoil it. I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
Man.
And it also kind of saves me because no matter, like, I don't know. I think like 2-3 years ago we were, anything that Koo said, we were like, it must be real. Anything that like, other random people like Kaka, right? Hilarious name forever.
I still trust Koo. Like, I still trust him.
Sure.
He proved himself more than these people now at this point.
Yeah.
Too.
But what I'm saying is, like, when a leak came out, you just believed it because we were in, like, the climate at that time was like everything was, everything just ended up being real. And I kind of like being in this space right now where I can choose to be skeptical.
I think, too, that there's also an element, and I think that's definitely what happened here, where it's like a desire to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want it to be true, so you kind of convince yourself in your head, okay, maybe this looks a little bit not Pokemon-y, or it looks like a 3D artist's render, but I really want this to be real, so, or I really like the idea of these megas leaking, so, and you kind of excuse it almost.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. What do you want to say, Soul?
There was one 3D artist, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Bulby Boy, but he was like saying from the very beginning on this, he was like, "Guys, I'm telling you, this is a 3D model. Something's not right here." So shout out to them.
Yeah, Bulby Boy's great.
Yeah. I never said it was real either, but I'm just saying, because you don't know, you really don't know until it's official by Game Freak. Like even with full on, like, we can trust this person leaks, things can change no matter what.
Sure.
Even they could make a last day change, and then it ends up not feeling real because maybe it was real at one point, but now it's not anymore. Some stuff like that. Like, anything is open to happen until the game comes out. But I don't know if you wanted. I was going to give like the whole history of what is happening right here, which is just basically
Please.
of Gaia. Basically in the Teraleak, there was the Teraleak, right? Terabyte of information was hacked out of Game Freak from this person called Game Freak Out. At this point, he's being hunted. We'll talk about that. So his name is out there in the wild. We don't have to call him Game Freak or Teraleaker anymore. But yeah, so he did that, and in these things he had Gen 10 information. He got all of ZA, basically, a very early build, and then like a very early build of Gen 10, which is codename Gaia. And everyone went nuts, myself included. I made a theory on it that Gaia is like a Greek goddess and all of this stuff. In the end, that's just a codename. Codenames don't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, but
sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do. And the last codename was Titan, and Scarlet and Violet had Titans in it, and it's kind of leading into Gaia, which is, you know what I mean? Titans, Gaia. So that's where all of the Greece speculation came from. And that's it. That's all we had. I mean, there's also the island nature of things. I don't know, Lumi, if you want to go into that more, but there was more about it being a island hopping game, basically.
Yeah, basically
So
the
much
anime
fun.
has been hopping around islands, and there was a meeting found in the Teraleak, like documents from a meeting where basically the developers of Gen 10 went to the anime people and were like, "Hey, your anime looks like a Gen 10 anime, and you gotta stop." So that kind of inadvertently spoiled that. Okay, well then the Gen 10 anime must be this island hopping thing.
Yeah. See, Wise Oak Dakota said Gaia is the mother of the Titans in Greek mythology. So it's like, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that that's what they be doing with all of these things. Then later on, like, so after all these things actually publicly leaked outside of the Teraleak, like somebody leaked them from the Teraleak, you know, we got an actual Gen 10 image, apparently.
Yeah.
Which was a diving image or a fish underwater image.
If you search new Pokemon Snap Lumineon, the exact image actually comes up.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Because it looks similar
That's
to
a scary image to show anywhere.
What, this?
No, not that. The actual Gen 10 image.
Yeah, if
He was just eating an apple. I know.
The one you're looking at, the one right above the one you're looking at looks exactly like it, and it's not. That's actually from New Snap. In fact, it's there now.
Roll up.
Dude, I'm just looking. I love Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap. Soul played new Pokemon Snap. That's not even public
yes, I
yet.
have been. I've been playing
We talked about it on a Secret Power episode, but
oh, that's true. I forgot that's what that was on.
Yeah.
Yes, I am playing it currently.
it's real. It's live.
maybe-
It's on us. It's on
Maybe
us
I'll
channel.
do one tomorrow, even.
You should, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is.
Shameless plug.
I think basically just to circle this back, right? Now, when things are popping up and people are saying stuff, great. If they're real, great. But if there's not any sort of evidence or something else to suggest why it would be more real than the other, or if it's really just, this is also kind of where I get off the train when people are saying things are real, or they're like, here's a new piece of information, it's real, and it matches everything that we learned about 6 months ago. You know, I'm like, okay, well, you could have, I could also be like, there's going to be Pokeballs in Generation 10. Source.
Right.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is the biggest source, trust me, bro, ever. Like, we just got, like, these people are like, this is confirmed. This is happening. It's Greece.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro.
Says who?
And the best
The
part is-
Teraleaker? The
Part is,
fans?
some of those people were the same people who went, "This is Mega Feraligatr, trust me, bro," and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm dubious. That's all. I want to shout out
I am
some of
Yeah,
also
you
these.
should be. You always should be.
I want to shout out a couple of people who have renewed their channel memberships. We got the Dayman11. He's been a member for 8 months. They do have a message, but I forget what it's in reference to. They said, "But do it," and I don't know what that means. I don't know
It
what
do.
that means.
Do it.
It
But
do
do.
be doing.
It do.
It do be
But do
it. It do be it. And then King Nito
Or
has
it
been
don't.
a member for 3 months. They go, finally awake for a live one.
Nice.
Speculation season is always exciting. Keep up the great work, lads. That Feraligatr was class. Appreciate you,
was.
King Nito. Yeah.
Yes.
Glad you're here. Glad you're here to watch us and you know,
Same.
contribute to the conversation. So
Yeah. It do.
it do.
The Dayman
It do be
responded,
do. Do it.
It
It do.
do.
It do. It do.
It do.
Skidoo.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I think though the Cardinal thing, tying that into this whole Gen 10 thing, is important because it is like, at the end of the day, you're trusting. I can right now, if I want to, I could type on Twitter, hey, I also have been contacted by the Teraleaker, and he told me that we're getting Mega Charizard Z as our starter in Gen 10. I mean,
Yep.
it's not hard.
I could
Yeah.
I could absolutely do it as well, and people would so believe me. But I want to give people accurate information. If I don't actually know, then I'm not going to post it. I'm
know
not
what?
going to be like, I can confirm this. I'm not even posting it at all. For one, I don't really want Gen 10 to leak. It is so early.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah.
crazy.
I'm with
It
you.
hurts my soul. It's not time. We don't even have ZA yet, and we won't for months.
Yeah.
We don't even have
I
the
wanna
release date for
speculate.
ZA.
I want to speculate. I want to just be like yapping about stuff that could be real because without like, I think I enjoy this space. The space. There's like a there's like some sort of like graph, right? Like
Yes,
the
there's just a line.
closer we get, like the closer we are to the reveal of a game with in the least amount of information that we have, it's like whatever when on a graph, whenever when the further you get in that graph, like that's when it's the most fun, right? Like until something's proven otherwise, like it might as well be real in my mind, which is the fun of all of this. And this is why I even started making videos on YouTube, because I just want to think about cool stuff and be like, yeah, let me believe, let me dream. And so yeah, I don't really want any Gen 10 information. All I want for Gen 10 right now is what they've given us, which allows me to focus my my creativity, my imagination. Like Hoops in Hip Hop, our friend, put out a really cool video. And it was fun because like his little preamble for the video was like, could these be? He basically made new starter Pokemon for the region, the Greece region, right? Which is what fans are believing to be, what the Gen 10 region is going to be. So just by focusing, giving us something to focus on, now we can like extrapolate and go like balls to the wall with speculation, but it's still focused on something that might be grounded in reality, which makes it more fun. So I'm just rambling. So
No, but I totally get it. I mean, I agree. There's like a line. The problem is like now we can't. I mean, we still can, but there's tons of it's public information, a public idea is being pushed that it's Greece. So now when we want to say, let's speculate about what region the Gen 10 region is going to be. It's just like, nah,
No,
everyone's
it's
going to think it's Greece. It's Greece. It's Greece. You can't, not only that, but like the like inspiration is gone as well because you feel that way. You feel like I don't even care to speculate on what it is because I kind of know that it's Greece. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can speculate on Greece. It kind of evolves,
right.
But at the same time, you can't speculate on what the region could be. Not that the thing is, we already have so much. So
yeah, but I don't.
Not the worst thing.
I
Ever.
guess for me,
the
it's like
next
I don't
thing is-
really care where it is. Like I feel like knowing the location allows me to be like, all right, what kind of creatures live there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
But if it's the whole world,
step.
if it's the whole
it goes
world, then we're all
further.
missing each other. But the fact that we know that it's Greece, now the whole community can get on board and be like, okay, cool, let's all focus our attention on this. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree. But it's also premature. It's like
Sure.
we're going to
Yeah.
be doing that for all of next year. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we already have like
Well-
this whole year and then all of next year. You
Oh,
know what
I
I
see
mean?
what
Like,
you're
should
saying.
right now be speculating on the Megas and ZA.
Yeah,
that's what
But
we should be speculating.
We're now speculating not where Gen 10 is, but what Pokemon will be involved, you
Yeah.
know?
I get you.
Which is fun to think about, but by the time this time next year, we're gonna be like, yeah.
So
What's
many
Gen-
people
what's
are going to
Gen
be
11?
saying, "Oh man, I'm so sick of talking about the Gen 10 Pokemon. We've been doing that for a year." And it's like, "Yeah, well, a year ago you weren't supposed to be talking about
A good example is ZA because we didn't get any information last year. So I don't know about
fun.
you guys, but I burned through. I did so
sure.
many theories
well,
on ZA.
Bro, I mean, on
And
this
I've been
podcast,
talking
we
about
went
ZA.
insane.
Yeah, I've been talking about ZA for like almost 2 years, and the game's still not out yet.
I know.
You know what I mean? So
I still
like,
didn't even know that
I'm
much.
still, yeah, I'm still making theories, but people don't care to read them as much as when the first year when it happened because
We're not
it's
excited.
way past
Also,
time.
we're also not excited
Yeah.
because they're. Anyways, we're getting so off topic.
I'm
I mean,
excited.
not really.
Speak
I
for
think this is
yourself.
very on topic.
I
This
know,
is,
but
I am excited as well, but it is very on topic because it's just talking about how Gen 10 will feel
yeah,
if this leaks like this.
yeah. What's up? AJ's in the chat right now. Hope you're having a good day, man.
Yo,
Oh, hey.
Lumi, do you want to give us a little bit of a high level, just kind of take us to school. What are the Cyclades? The Cyclades.
Oh, I mean,
name.
there are a bunch of islands that are in Greece. Again, it is a part of Greece. This isn't all Greece has to offer. They include a few places. One that's very interesting that it includes is Santorini. Santorini is when you search Greece, you will see a picture of Santorini immediately, if not sooner. And the interesting thing about that to me is that we actually already have a place in the Pokemon world that was inspired by Santorini, and that is Sutopolis City in the Hoenn region. So that's
cool.
just kind of interesting to me that the idea of I like lore stuff, right? And I like when people reference other regions and other characters because it makes me go, oh, this is connected to that somehow. I love that kind of stuff. So it does make me wonder, like, it'd be cool if we get to go to the Santorini island, if you maybe have a character who's like, that this is such a popular tourist spot that a long time ago, a guy from Hoenn came along and said he was going to make a city after this,
Yeah.
And you have Mauville City in Hoenn and Oris. It's like made to kind of be similar to Lumios, and you have Sutopolis would have been made to be similar to whatever this city is. So I don't know. I like the idea of like Hoenn is just copying everyone, You copy the homework, but make it look like it's, not been copied, that whole meme.
It's really funny, actually, Dusty. I don't know if you made the tweet and then you deleted it, or I was misremembering or something, but I could not find your tweet.
Let's check it out.
It was the hand. Well, I don't think it's there because I cannot find it. But it was
I'm sure it's here.
The
I don't delete
handshake.
stuff.
You know the handshake emoji? Or maybe it wasn't you that posted it, but I swear it was you. There was a handshake emoji, and you put Hoenn and Alola, and they were shaking hands or something like that. Do you remember that?
That could have been our buddy. I don't even know what their name is, but they love Alola.
I don't know. I thought it was you, I swear, but I could not find it. Anyway, I did another handshake emoji to Gen 10. I was just like, handshake emojis. Because it is kind of like that. It's like, they're all similar in the island vibes, and then you got Hoenn, like, basically Greece already.
They all were there during celebratory gens, too, because, like, I'm pretty sure Hoenn didn't come out on the 10th anniversary, but I think we were still in Hoenn when we hit the 10th anniversary. Maybe it came out on the 10th. I don't think it did. No, maybe, have we moved on to Sinnoh? I don't know. But it was right around there, and then you have Sun and Moon was for the 20th anniversary, and now Gen 10 will be for the 30th. Game Freak likes silence is what that tells me, like they're like, hey, we gotta celebrate. Really? Let's do an island. So like calling it right here. Look, for the first time on the Hidden Pal podcast, we're going to be breaking news so far out.
Let's do
40th year anniversary. We're getting a brand new generation. I guess this would be generation 14.
Yes, dude.
And maybe 13. Probably generation 13.
No, 13.
Generation 13.
Or it's going to be, it'll be X3.
You heard it here first.
It's actually going to be funny when the next one is like not an island region. It's like literally landlocked and everything.
Sure.
Like completely different. Because that's Game Freak. 3 islands in a row. No, the next one's not going to be 1, 2. They stop after 3.
Yeah. So yeah, just to put we'll put a little bow on this. So what people?
Well, I think there was one, not a super chat, but something.
Yeah, right
that
here.
Was related to it.
Lycan Tempest has been a member, Box Legendary tier member for 5 months. Thank you, man, for continuing your patronage. We appreciate you. They say, I'm really hoping that it's not Greece, so we can be surprised. But if it is Greece, it is what it is.
I feel that, but at the same time, if I may, Greece is so exciting, and we're talking about, Soul mentioned, we can't speculate on the kinds of Pokemon. We have to like hone in now and go, what kinds of Pokemon could we see in a Greek region? And that is such a rich place to pull from, because like Greek mythology is right there, man, and there's so many creatures, so many even characters that because Pokemon does base some Pokemon off of just people, or archetypes and stuff. And there are so many of those things in Greek mythology. It's arguably like one of the biggest mythologies in terms of its like iconography, right? Like everybody knows who Hercules is. Everybody's heard of Zeus. The Roman mythology is like a version of Greek mythology, and that's what our freaking planets are named after. I mean, it's pretty big. So Yeah, I'm excited for the idea of what kind of Pokemon we could see in it.
We did do actually. I'm realizing we've actually been posting some of this content recently, coincidentally, because like some short form.
We swear.
Because we've gone I mean, listen, I'm scheduling it. It's an accident. It's an accident.
He's like, I'm doing it.
And
when I posted it, I was like, whoa.
We have a full deep dive podcast. It's like 2 hours going into what a Greece-inspired Gen 10 region could look like. So definitely go check that out. Coronet Highlander just hit us with the $5. Thank you, Coronet Highlander. They go, always excited for a new region and very hopeful for this region, but a big part of me wants to go somewhere else in the world. Take me to Alaska. I mean, that's honestly sick. I think maybe what the future of Pokemon is, right? Now that we're getting these, I feel like Legends is becoming or has become like a brand new pillar of a gameplay style, right? It's a new pillar of the core series. I like and while Legends have only ever revisited regions, I could see a Legends game in the future that's in a new region. I could also see a new type of game, right? That that also takes place in a new region. I think it would be really cool. I guess what I'm to take a step back. I don't think we're ever going to go to Alaska because.
How?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. You said Alaska. I know what Alaska is, but my brain said Antarctica, and I was gonna say there's not a diversity in biomes.
That's ironic, to be honest.
Yeah, you heard it here first. DustyGogoat doesn't know what Alaska is. No,
but obviously, no. Okay, so that could work. Alaska would actually be wicked sick, honestly. Just like the brutal wilderness, that would actually be pretty, like a really cool region for a Legends type game. But anyways, my point was going to be
Antarctica, but like for DLC or something.
Yeah. My point is wherever we go, I think it needs to be recognizable. Like we're not going to go to Iowa, as a Pokemon region. That's maybe a little bit too niche.
What?
We're not going to Delaware. Like that's not going to be a
Pokemon region. My heart.
But
I'm sorry for the people that live there.
But Alaska's
I don't get an Iowa region. I'm gonna sue Game Freak.
I think the two criteria for a Pokemon region is one, it's got to be iconic, right? It's got to be like globally recognizable, and two, well, maybe not even two, because I was gonna say two, it needs to have a diversity in biome, or possible biomes. But I guess they could just make that up. Because Alola doesn't actually have any. I mean, Hawaii doesn't have any frigid locations, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they just add that in there, right? New York City doesn't have a volcano, an active volcano, underground. So
yeah, but they do that in all the regions.
Exactly.
The Isle of Man is not near as tropical as the Isle of Armor.
Yeah, I like that.
Before we move on to these next super chats, we see them. I just wanted to say, like, even going back to Lycan's post, you already, and it's related to the one that we just read too.
Yeah.
We already see someone being like, and this is nothing against you, Lycan, or at all, but it's just
I'm mad at you, Lycan.
I hope it's not Greece, so that we can be surprised.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like because the fandom knows about it. It's not just you. It's just because I know about it. I kind of hope that it's something else because I want to be surprised. it's like that is what will happen, and it's kind of sad that that's the state of it. And at the same time, like what Lumi was saying, like it's really sad because Greece is like the region for Pokemon, like it should be.
Yeah.
Same thing with Coronet Highlander wanting to go to Alaska. Like it's just because you maybe not, but maybe about Greece happening, so you're like, but maybe Alaska would be better, like because it's unknown.
See, I want to be grounded in I want to know something. I need to plant a stake for what is going to be real, so then I can just branch off from there. I like that a lot. I also don't even think, I mean, maybe this is a hot take, but I don't even think the region even matters that much because like while visually the region can inform the art direction or whatever, at the end of the day, it's still the Pokemon universe, and it's gonna be kind of not generic, but like I don't know. Think about Paldea. Spain is so beautiful. Portugal's gorgeous. I was there a couple years ago, and I didn't feel any of that in Scarlet and Violet.
That's because they dropped the ball.
They just need something
it's a reflection
to model
of
it
their
after.
games. I think that's a reflection of that one game. Because like on the flip side,
Galar was really
like,
nice.
I think
Galar
Alola-
was nice.
Galar was nice, dude. I know,
But Galar's still
y'all
just
got
a
thing
Pokemon
against
game.
it.
Galar's just a Pokemon game.
I know y'all got a thing against it, but Kalos is so nice. Like Kalos is as a region, it's so pretty. It's so fun to just run around on these routes. It's beautiful. Man.
Yeah, but
I'll give you this.
but they
It
could have
has
done that
some
in
nice
any
route
game.
design. It has
or any
some
region.
This is for me. X and Y has some places that are nice. Like actually, Lumio City is probably one of the ugliest places. In
I would
Pokemon.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
it's like so terrible.
They're about to fix it though.
Yeah, let's hope.
Hopefully.
But anyway, yeah, the Japanese regions are great. Like Johto's beautiful.
Hawaii's
Obviously,
amazing.
Kanto's just blocks.
Hoen's
but
amazing.
yes,
I guess my point is like, if it's gonna be Greece, you could pick any other region, any real world region that resembles the. I gotta get good at saying this. The Cyclades, you know, pick any other. Like, why is like you could just be like, oh, it's, you know, if the game has to do with like traveling island to island, it could be the Virgin Islands. You know, it could be anything.
Yeah, but
it could be the
could've been
Azores.
something more they were looking for, like one thing that's interesting that a lot of people, and this is coming from someone who is not Greek, but what people say about the Greek islands, is that something that makes them so unique is that these islands are each so vastly different from each other, and like the culture and stuff. Like these islands could be their own countries. They're just so different, and that could be something that Gen 10 is, or that Game Freak is looking for Gen 10, where it's almost like we talk about all the time how we want this game that has all the regions, and obviously they can't give us that, but they can give us a game where you are hopping around to what feels like completely different areas from each other, and that is something that fits well with Greek. Also, Greece has the mythology and the stories that come from it, like the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That is like the ultimate. When you think an island hopping adventure, you think the Odyssey. You know, the mythology, of
the
course,
mythos.
has so many Pokemon
the mythos.
and that you could do. So many. Also, not just Pokemon, but even like story elements. There's some stuff that like Game Freak has throughout their many different games. And me and Birdkeeper Toby, back when he was Birdkeeper Toby, is why I said Birdkeeper
Rest
Toby. I
in
know he's
peace.
Lord Keeper now, but back when Lord Keeper Toby was Birdkeeper Toby, when he was keeping his birds, I went over there and
set
we
him
actually
free.
did a video on this. But
You went
like,
over
there's
there?
so many references to giants throughout
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes.
the Pokemon like lore. And what's interesting
He's got a
about
cool
it is
theory with
like
that.
they almost feel like the Pokemon equivalent to like how they talk about the Titans in Greek mythology. So like if Pokemon are Greek gods, the giants are the Titans, you know? So it's all just, there's a lot. If Gen 10 is going to be a cap off to everything that came before it, in a similar way to how Sun and Moon had tons of references and tons of characters appearing from things that came before it, Greece is where you do it.
Yeah.
Greece or Japan.
I honestly, I love the idea of this new region or some basically a new set of legendary god Pokemon that in lore call back to, not even call back to, I don't want Easter eggs. I'm talking about like they literally interact with and are part of the Sinnoh legendary god Pokemon. You know, I'm not even a big fan of those Pokemon, but they revealed their hand that they are interested in like expanding those, you know, Dialga, Palkia, Arceus, that story, Giratina. They're interested in expanding that and giving us more information on that through Legends Arceus. Like that, you know, we literally got new forms for some of those Pokemon. I could see, you know, 5 years after Legends Arceus, they introduced these new Gen 10 Greek god inspired Pokemon. You know, I don't know. Just think of like new Dragon Legends, right? Alongside Palkia and Dialga. So cool. I think that could be really cool.
That's something too, is like Spear Pillar and even like Volo's outfit that he wears in the final battle against him.
Yeah.
It's kind of got some Greek vibes to it.
For sure. For
Which
sure.
just makes you wonder, like, because Sinnoh is, I don't even think it's arguable. I would say Sinnoh is the most revolutionary region for Pokemon lore. And so, you know, it's easy to tie that in as well now.
For sure. No, for sure. Yeah, we do have a couple more super chats here. Let's see. King Nito with the $5 says, If Greece, it would be incredible if in one version you can dive down to an Atlantis location, and in the other you can soar to an Aeolia floating island. I don't even know what that is,
well, for
but
what it's worth, the first half people are saying is happening. At least, So
I
not the
really,
Atlantis part, but the diving part. People are saying that image is that leaked of Luminion is indicative of diving being in the game.
Yeah,
we did do a live all about that too when it first happened. If you can go back and watch it, but literally, people have been saying that diving and soaring is like the thing. So to me, like, I really believe that it's gonna be like wind and waves or sky and sea or something like that. Like, and that's what we're doing. Like, those are the main like gimmicks of the whole thing. Because when you look at the islands, right, you're like, they're not gonna do all these islands. They're not gonna do them all. If you click the blue one in the middle, Dusty, like they feel more spread out and like less of them.
Yeah.
This is what people are saying the map looks like. So I think it's just like little islands, and the world becomes so much bigger when you add 2 different layers, which is underwater and above in the sky. So it feels like it really could be that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be version exclusive. I just feel like that would be too much content to to I guess paywall or to separate, right? I think it's maybe the main story in each game takes place either above in the sky versus underwater, but then you get access to it later on. But I think both, whatever. I don't know. I can't see significant locations like this being locked behind a version exclusive, right? I don't think.
I wasn't suggesting that at all.
I know King Nito is suggesting that, so I disagree with that.
Oh,
I guess I could see like you can dive and soar in both games. But then, like, there's like a realm where the legendary resides.
It's all about the legendary. All about
Pokemon wins, hypothetically.
Sure.
There is a realm up in the air that you can access. Now, you can still soar in Pokemon Waves. You just won't be able to access this specific realm. And then the reverse of that for Waves, where you can dive in Winds as well, but only in Waves will you be able to access this realm where the Waves legendary is.
Yeah.
Something like that I could see. Because then, like, you're not locking a major feature behind a version, but you are locking an area where you'd catch a legendary. Now, I don't think that's too far-fetched.
No.
No, not at all. I do think that it would be the split and version exclusives would be about the legendaries. So like the Waves legendary and the Winds legendary. That's all. Like one is based on air and the other one's based on the sea.
It's a fun idea. I love the concept of, I love it. Vertical exploration, It's not just like a giant plain of ocean that we're exploring, but like, it's like it just multiplies, right? How much space you have to traverse, It's not only that just sounds like a lot of fun. Sky King also hit us with the $5 and says, I was so sure Terapagos equals the Galapagos, which was hinting that we'd finally be heading to the southern hemisphere.
We need South America, man. We do need South America. And what's
America's
funny?
Another big one.
It's not just Terapagos. There's also the fact that Quaxley talks about how it migrates from another region, which you could argue is like Brazil because of Quackleval's samba dancing.
Oh, 100%.
But also Quaxley does have like the little blue duck feet, which is you could get that from the blue-footed booby, which is a bird that lives in the Galapagos. So, there were references to it for sure. But it makes sense because Spain's history is tied pretty heavily with South America, so they're obviously going to have some references in the Pokemon designs and stuff.
Yeah, I think we should always be careful of those things. I think they like to just leave those things in there, and there's like other regions out in the world, but we never will go to them, or maybe like in the far future we'll go to them. Not the next game is that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's multiple examples of that, and these are even greater because you have Skeledirge too.
Also, too, I think it's important too that like Galapagos comes from Galapago, which is a like pre-Roman word for turtle. So like it may not have even Galapagos and Terapagos' name wasn't even a reference to the Galapagos Islands. It was a reference to a word that means turtle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Johan has been a legendary tier member for 4 months right here on YouTube. They got, as a member, they got access to all of our bonus episodes, our exclusive interviews with some of your favorite YouTubers, Pokemon YouTubers. They also got access to so many hours of gameplay VODs. Those are also that all of that is unlocked. Thank you, Johan. Appreciate you. They say I would
Thank
love
you so much.
They say I would love a Russian or China region, but due to geopolitics, we probably never will, and those countries are so diverse.
I think China is becoming way more likely. Russia, no. Russia, definitely not. But
Russia lost that.
yeah, maybe they were in the running at some point, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But China, they even just released an animated thing for Earth Day in China, like exclusively, and they've been exclusively doing things for China with the Pokemon Company. I mean,
Pokemon Quest, Pokemon Unite.
Unite is a whole different thing. They have their whole own TCG as well. Like they have a whole bunch of stuff. So China's seemingly coming around.
Give us a Legends game in that time period.
For what it's worth, too, they always can kind of give us China and Russia without giving us China and Russia. We've gotten numerous Pokemon that are references to some kind of Chinese thing, whether it's mythology or like Urshifu references Chinese martial arts. Of course, there's the Treasures of Ruin. There's the Kami Quartet. There's all kinds of Chinese Pokemon. Also, too, Hisuian Braviary is a direct reference to Russia. So yeah, it's there, even if you can't go there, it's there, And I like that Pokemon does that. It's like they're not going to act like China doesn't exist in the Pokemon world or Russia doesn't exist. They're just not going to let you see it, But they'll let you know, hey, it's there.
Grievart hit us with the $5. You guys are being so generous right now. Grievart says, if Gen 10 is based on Greece, it would be so cool to get new special Pokemon or even like legendaries based off the Titans from the Hercules movie. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking about. I think there's a lot of potential for some really cool legendary Pokemon. And what we've talked about in the past, I think what is becoming more interesting to me is like these archetypes of legends, not just like little groups of legends, but like, just larger sub, I guess like something like an Ultra Beast, right? It's not really legendary, but it is. It's still this like archetype of really powerful Pokemon that can't be categorized in any other way. Guys, I want to move on. We got a lot to talk about today. We've been going 45 minutes
for sure.
Gen 10. I think there's an appetite for Gen 10. So you know what? I think this next week we're gonna have to do a full episode on Generation 10. That'll be fun.
There's so much to talk about with it.
Just a little bit of just for when this live is over, when you guys are, if you're hungry for anything else to listen to, we actually just did we just published a collaboration with the Puckle podcast. They are the longest running Pokemon podcast on the internet. They've been going for 17, 18 years. I've been super inspired or influenced by the Puckle podcast, but that is live on Hidden Power right now on our YouTube channel, so you can go check that out. That was me and Thatch, but yeah, let's talk about the Sitting Cuties. I think so the news is that the Pokemon Company, they've announced the Generation 7 Pokemon are going to be getting Sitting Cuties. And I think, listen, as a fan, I'm like, this is awesome. Going to get a Mimikyu. There's a couple other in here I think it would be fun to get for my bookshelf. But I think my main takeaway with this was, because we all anticipated after the first batch of Generation 6 Sitting Cuties that came out, I think we were all expecting another round of Gen 6 Sitting Cuties focused on the Mega Pokemon. Because
I was definitely hoping.
Because all forms...
I think that was one of Lumi's dreams. I think that's all that was.
Have
we had any other Mega Sitting Cuties? That's
no, so what I'm thinking is that they're releasing these Gen 7 ones, and I think what they could do is a really clean... Just like... how often do these release? I feel like these release every like 8 months. Oh, is it once a year?
Once a year. Last ones were in June of last year was when the Kalos ones dropped, for Japan at least. They come a little bit later for the West.
Yeah, so we're talking 8-10 months, not a full year. So what I'm thinking is February 2026, they drop the new Mega Sitting Cuties, and it includes not only all the old Megas, the classic Megas, but also the Megas from Pokemon Legends EA. Legends EA will be out at that point, so that just makes sense to me.
I would love that. And I also want to just take a moment for us to sit here and appreciate that Soul's Boy is not lost forever.
Oh my god, yes! Ultra Necrozma! We have Ultra Necrozma merch. That's I'm sick. I think I'm gonna buy it.
I'm so happy about the whole thing.
I think I'm gonna get it just to like feed and to really send a message to Pokemon that like we need Ultra Necrozma content.
Yes, okay, well, just let me go buy Ultra Necrozma, but let Soul get his first,
and then let it sell out, please.
Yeah.
They'll sell out. I can't get my freaking Leavanny, man.
I know, dude. That's what I'm scared of. I'm like, nobody loves Ultra Necrozma like I do.
No one loves Leavanny.
Yeah, no one likes Leavanny.
Yeah, that's true.
Leavanny is just a worse Scyther. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, stop.
Can I just say that like the Gen 7 like hype is so powerful to me? Like that's probably how you feel about Kalos, Lumi, because like for me, when this dropped, even everything yesterday, the Pokemon TCG Pocket, we didn't even talk about that, but like TCG Pocket has a Gen 7, like their next set is going to be Gen 7 stuff, and I was just like, I'm getting hype over Gen 7. Like all the nostalgia is coming back.
It's because Gen 7 is Gen 10. They're getting us ready, man.
Yeah, I'm getting Drampa. Shout out to Jake in the chat. Jake Steinberg's in the chat. He's ravenous for a Alolan Muck.
Where is she? I actually didn't see a Alolan Muck, but I know it's there because I saw
there's a Alolan Grimer in this picture.
Yeah.
It's gotta be there. Interestingly enough, they did a video,
all of them,
where they showed like all of them. They did a video where they quickly showed all of them. And what was some things that stood out to me were that, for one thing that stood out to me was that they have Mimikyu. They have both a form where it's sitting like it is, and then the busted form. Where it's
they have every form, dude. Every form. So we're gonna get the Necrozma.
That's the interesting thing. That's the interesting thing, though. It's for some reason they gave us all the unknown forms. They gave us all the Vivian patterns, but with Minior, they were like, "You can get the core, you can get red. We're not doing all the colors."
Well, what do you mean? Is the full list out?
They did a video where they like quickly like panned the camera around them all.
Where's that? The intern was supposed to post that on our Twitter page.
I'm posting it tomorrow morning, so I
posted this and then I didn't see the video.
The intern didn't do their job properly. Whoever posted this, come on.
Lumi posted this.
I know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see the video.
Come on, the intern's getting
I think they posted
demotion.
it later. I think they posted it later.
No, they did not post it later. They did not.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I call foul.
It was last night at literally 1:00 when this stuff dropped in the morning.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
Because I guess for Japan that's like 2 in the afternoon. But also another thing that I thought was interesting was that Meltan and Melmetal were not in this batch. They're not in the batch.
Well, that'll come for. Yeah,
they're not Alola Pokemon, really.
I know they're not Alola, but they're also not Galar.
Yeah.
So it's like,
dude,
you know,
is Melmetal and Meltan gonna be from Generation 10?
It makes the most sense ever because they're literally a Cyclops.
Yeah,
it makes the most.
Not only that, but there is
a
region
is Greece.
In the Pokedex entry for Gmax Melmetal, Kedzie, hope you're watching. This is a clip right here. Yeah. In the Pokedex entry for Gmax Melmetal, it says that there is another region, so not Galar, another region that has these legends of a Cyclopean giant, and it turned out that Cyclopean giant was actually a Gmax Melmetal. So other region, the fact that it's a Cyclopean giant, obviously it's Greece, but then that also would imply that Dynamax is a thing in the Greek region.
Please. Dude,
I'm excited.
We see Champions has that stadium where it's big, you know, you can see there's enough room behind them to Dynamax a Pokemon. All I'm saying is Champions launches, we just have Megas, we just have the other gimmick, Terastal, and then a little bit later, they do Gen 10. And so a little bit after that, Champions adds Dynamax in, like, you know, a little update, maybe even Z moves too, so they're all there.
Listen, I don't need Dynamax back in Gen 10, but I need it in Champions. Let it be in Champions.
It'll be in Champions. It'll be in Champions.
And I really need freaking Z moves in Champions too, for one specific reason. That's the only reason I need Z moves in Champions.
So funny. I literally thought, why does he want Z? And then went, oh yeah.
There's only one reason. Go up.
There it
Dusty,
is. I found it. Oh no, is that it? No, that's not it. That's Crabrawler.
No.
That's Crabominable.
Oh my goodness.
You do see Dusk Lycanroc though.
I will be getting
Lurantis looks so good. Why are all of these Pokemon so great?
I'm probably gonna buy a Lurantis.
I'm gonna get Dusk Lycanroc. I'm gonna get Decidueye, and I'm gonna get Naganadel.
They're just little sitting cuties. They're just like they just sit. Oh my god.
I love them. They're such good boys and girls.
You know what?
Where is
the best?
Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Can you guys see it? It's right here.
I see Grimer.
It's right behind Primarina.
You can see the rainbow to the left of Primarina.
He has this
there
user
it is,
has
Jake.
the video. You can watch the video. The best part
I want
is
a Silvally too.
Maybe lower than this. The best part is that everywhere I go, I see Ultra Necrozma's face. There he is.
Everywhere I go,
dude,
I see Ultra
you sound like me.
Will someone please take that clip from that Marvel trailer where everywhere I go I see his face and edit it to be Soul's face and seeing Ultra Necrozma?
I mean, in all of these pictures, you see it in the background, basically, and I love it so much. Oh, dude, I gotta get a Alolan Marowak. Look
Alolan Executor!
There's a few that are bad. Most of them are really good.
What is it about these Pokemon?
Financially recover from this.
I know. I'm not gonna have enough money for my Switch 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, this video is insane. Is this video like?
It's awesome.
Is this like official promotion from the Pokemon Company?
Yeah. This is. Official
I love
promotion.
this. It looks like a lock.
I think they do this every time. Look at the Toxapex. That's funny.
Those were so good.
Can someone explain to me why these things have such a chokehold on me? Because I actually feel like I've had an aversion to plushies my whole life, at least as an adult. And
yeah, absolutely.
But these little sitting cuties
more like a collectible, you know what I mean? Like
sure.
they feel
they're
more
tiny.
like I want to sit it on my desk. I mean, they sit, you know.
Yeah.
So like I want to sit it on my desk. I have so many of them. And also too, it is fun. Them doing all the Pokemon means that you can get like anyone will get their favorite. You know what I mean? Like you're getting plenty of Eevee plushes. You're getting your Lucario and your Pikachu and your Charizards. But when do you get a freaking unknown plush? When do you get
we got
Spinda plush? You know, you can now.
Can you though?
Yeah.
Can you get a Spinda plush?
I
don't think I think it's sold out because I would
apparently
love a Spinda
the UK stock is better than the American stock because I've heard that Levani is still available over there, but it's not over here.
Get Toby to get you one.
Unknown H, dude. When else can you get an unknown H? For hidden power.
Yeah,
when else can you do that?
Exactly.
When else can you do that?
Exactly. Look at that. We're promoting other people's merch now.
I know.
I have one complaint with this video.
What is
you want to know what it is?
What is it?
Not enough Ultra Necrozma. At the end here,
everyone is treated equally.
He flies by. Watch him fly by. Look. Oh.
He's right there, dude. He got the same amount of screen time as anyone else.
You had to pause it to do that. He doesn't zoom into his face like he needs to. No.
I want Naganadel.
I know. The Ganondorf, I'm like literally. I'm buying the Ganondorf. I'm buying freaking Alolan Marowak, Ultra Necrozma, maybe normal Necrozma, maybe Lurantis. Never, ever.
Listen, we got to figure out Jake's.
I'm gonna buy Incineroar and burn it and do like a live stream of burning Incineroar.
Do you think the tariffs are gonna influence the purchase, the imports of the Sitting Cuties?
I can answer that question. Hang on.
Jake, very astute question. Thank you. That's the true. You're asking the tough questions right there. They really focused in on the Trump Pokemon right there. Do you see that?
My Noivern has his tag still on him, so let's see where he's from. Oh, we're screwed. It's from China. We're screwed. We're screwed. City Cuties are gonna be $100.
No!
Pay that much for the crossbow. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
I
my
might pay that
god!
much.
All right, tell me this, guys. Were you able to secure a Switch 2? Because
Yes.
I think
didn't even
it's
try.
absolutely hilarious that when the Switch 2 was first announced, Lumi's like, I'm not gonna get one until
I know,
Gen
literally.
10 comes out. And then Lumi's the first one to get one out of the three of us. Like,
How did you get it,
we didn't
Lumi?
even try. We didn't even try. I was like, I'm getting it later. But I don't know. Maybe I should get it now.
Well, the reason I ultimately decided to get one now was because of with this whole tariffs thing. You remember what happened was that they said like, you know, the tariffs were kind of announced, and so Nintendo went, okay, we're actually pausing our pre-orders. They were supposed to go live like April 9th or something. They're like, we're actually pausing our pre-orders because we don't know when we don't know what's gonna happen with the price and all this. And then there was now put a 90-day like freeze, I guess, on tariffs, and
Yes.
Nintendo said, okay, so we're going to re-release the pre-orders, and we're going to have them at this price. However, we're jacking up the price of some of the accessories, and also we may be having to increase the price on these later, depending on how this tariff stuff goes. So my brain goes, all right, look, here's what I'm faced with. I'm getting 2 Switches at some point, because I'm getting one for me and I'm getting one for my wife. So
Good man.
The plan is I'm getting a Switch 2 now when it's not, you know, $1 billion. And it's only $500 million. And then I am going to have that, play Legends EA on it, all this. Next year, when the inevitable Gen 10 Switch comes out, which is the thing I want, then I will buy that, and my wife will get my old Switch too. So that's the plan. But yes, I did get it. I did get the Switch 2. I did not stay up to midnight because you two know this about me. Lumi goes to bed at like 8:30 p.m.
True. Yeah.
If I'm honest, I'm getting a little sleepy right now. But I did the next morning. GameStop put up their pre-orders at 11. So I sat there at 10:55 refreshing, and then I don't get it.
Oh my god.
So then shout out to our mod, Quill. Quill told me, call your local GameStop. They'll still have it. I'm like, Quill, no, they won't. And she's like, yes, they will. And so I called my GameStop, and they didn't pick up. But there's another GameStop in my area. So I called that one, and the guy picked it up, and I was like, please, sir, I'm begging you. Do you have just one Switch 2 bundle left?
Just for the
and
boy,
he goes,
little boy.
we've still got 7. Come on in. And so I went there, and they only had 3 left when I got there. Or maybe 5. I don't remember. And I got it. I got the one with Mario Kart 2 because me and my wife like to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, I can pay $80 for Mario Kart or $50 for Mario Kart.
That makes sense.
I'm going to choose 50. So.
Dude, $50 is how much these sitting cuties are going to cost. Well, that's awesome that you were able to get one. That really is cool. I guess I didn't even try. I think I really didn't even try. I don't know. I think
I was thinking of trying.
Your local
I
GameStop,
believe
man.
I'm going to be able to get it later. I think I just believe we're going to be able to get it later. So it's
I'm afraid because I remember the Switch, and the Switch was sold out for a while, and I got really lucky getting mine. It was the last one, and just like hiding in a corner somewhere, and I found it. But they were all sold out at the beginning.
but this isn't the same thing.
This
like,
is
the
even
Switch
more.
The Switch was wildly successful. What is it that it's the? Did it surpass
why
the
this
PS2?
That's why this is crazier though, because people are talking about it like selling really well because it has the Switch name. Like people want the Switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
The
for that
success of
reason,
the
I
Switch
think we're
is-
going to be able to get it no problem. You know,
I hope you're
maybe
right.
not as a
It might be a
pre-order.
delay on it. I mean, Nintendo's already said in Japan, because in Japan, Switch 1 sold 330,000 units in Japan in its first week. Well, they have gotten 2.2 million pre-orders for the Switch 2 in Japan, and Nintendo has already apologized and said, hey guys, thanks for the pre-orders. We're not going to be able to fill all those.
Jeez. Listen, I'll get it. I'll get it at my local store because Pokemon.
Call your GameStop now. They might have a pre-order you can sign up for. If you've got GameStop near you, seriously, call them.
So this week I realized I needed to buy a new water filtration system for our well pump, and I also need to buy a new water boiler. So I think
Exactly.
subconsciously that kind of made me
For what it's worth,
not want to jump
I
on
only
to
had
purchase
to
it
put
this week.
$50 down.
Oh, okay.
I only
All
had
right, I'll do it.
That's helpful.
That's helpful.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
So
I only
I have
put-
two.
For GameStop.
Yeah.
That's for GameStop. I don't know
was gonna
what these
ask you,
other
actually.
stores will do, but GameStop, they told me put $50 down. I did get a protection plan for it because it was like cheap. I don't remember how much it was, but it was pretty cheap. And he was like, okay, well, I have to put another $10 down for that, so it was 60 total. But yeah.
Nice. You got the protection program?
Yeah, because why not? You know,
$10.
Dude,
Not bad.
you got played. You got played.
I normally don't,
played,
but they
dude.
did say for one,
What
it
are they
comes
gonna
with
do?
a free. Look.
What are they gonna do, though?
It comes with a free protection screen, and mine cracked. I have already cracked this screen.
If you
so I
drop
need
your
to
system,
get
they're
a
not going to help
screen.
you. They're going to be like, sorry, warranty only lasted 7 days.
Yeah, but they're giving me, it was like $10, and they're giving me a free protection screen.
All right,
that
that's-
would have been $10
Sure.
anyways. Also, the wife made me. She was like, you just broke your computer, and we had to spend like hundreds of dollars to get you a new computer.
True.
So,
Dude,
I was like, fair enough.
I'm skeptical about any sort of upcharge like that. I'm like, no, dude, they're just trying to get
Yeah,
my
I don't
money.
do those. But yeah,
It's only 50 for y'all, so
I'm just anyways. Well, dude, Lumi,
it's nice.
that's awesome. You got a system.
The $50 thing is nice because for me, I'm kind of in the same kind of thing, obviously, like life, right? But Lumi just went on vacation and all this stuff, but he still did it. So maybe you're inspiring me. I'm going to Italy.
I only did it because it was 50. I asked the guy first.
No,
I said,
yeah.
Hey, how much do I have to pay right now? And he said, you can pay the whole thing if you want, but we only make you put down 50. And I was like, then I'll do
Nice.
it because if he had said, oh, we need all 500, I'd have been like, later, skater, you know. That wouldn't have happened.
Later, skater.
The hard thing though is like you're going to pay it eventually. So
What do you
why
mean?
not just do it?
Oh,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're on
You're
a
going to pay
payment
it
plan.
eventually. You're going to pay the $450 or whatever eventually.
Yeah,
like,
but it
when
feels
you get
better
the
if you
system.
get. Yeah, you have a 2-month payment plan. You get to pay $50
Yeah.
now, and then you can pay only $400 when you actually get this. I like that. That's kind of nice.
It's not bad. It's not
Well,
bad.
Lumi, I'm happy you got the system. I really am happy you got the system.
I think it's funny that I didn't. Neither of y'all did. That's kind of
I know
hilarious.
it's ironic.
I kind of want to tell
my
you
problem
guys
is
though. Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Italy when it comes out, so I'm just like, what do I do? I
Man.
can't pre-order it.
If
So-
I thought about it, though, I could. Well,
Why don't
if
you just buy it in
family in your
Italy?
area
Buy
or
it
a
in
friend
Italy.
or something, just tell them to pick it up for you.
So
Listen,
I
I'm-
think
I'm really
you need
old.
to get an Italian Switch too.
I'm really old.
Then
If I get it in,
though.
It'll
if I
have an
get it in
accent.
Italy, is it locked?
Yes, it's if you get in
region
Italy,
locked?
you will only be able to play European games on
You
it.
should
Yeah,
get
no, I
it,
can't
Saul.
do
No,
that.
you should get it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to
I will
Lumi.
get it.
I haven't
know
done
when,
any
though.
research. You should do that. Because then you could play it all month long.
All right, so I found your local GameStop. Do
No,
you want
you
me to
would.
call them
All
for
right.
you?
I'm not against it.
Guys,
I bet they don't have any though.
I got
That's crazy.
So here's another thing, right? Yeah, the Switch 2 is coming out. Everyone's excited about the Switch 2, but guess what I just got? I just got the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, dude. And it's the and guess what I'm playing,
Ooh.
dude? I'm playing Following Platinum,
see.
dude. Oh my gosh. And this thing is I have never
Wait, so
wanted
you can play emulated games?
No, this is it's emulated.
I
Allegedly.
didn't know you could play. Yeah.
And you can't see it right here.
I mean, they're all emulated.
You can't see it right here, but this is the best that any Pokemon game has ever looked. And I got to tell you, now more than ever, on this device that's not from 20 years ago, but that's actually this is brand new. Like, I think more than ever, we need like ports or like a new or like a new pixel art game, because this is crystal clear. This looks so flippin' good. It's blowing my mind. The colors are vivid. It's just it's
why-
a Pokemon game.
Why do you need it if you have it though, right there?
Because I had to buy a new system to do this. And what I'm saying is, like, for the vast majority of other people, it's still even for me, it would be more convenient to have my Switch 2 that already looks amazing and be able to play these games on that upscaled. You know?
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is it should exist. I'm not saying it will exist. I'm saying it should. I think it's a slap in the face that we don't have access to these games because this you can't tell, but it's so beautiful. This is so flippin' beautiful, and this is gonna be my entire life until we get the Switch 2. Probably my entire life until ZA comes out. Not gonna lie, this is so gorgeous. I just want to I just want to log off and play this.
Just
right
my
now.
entire life.
I just want to log off and play this right now.
Until my last day,
Dude. All right. Anyways, I gotta put this down. But it's so cool, and this system's amazing because it's one of those classic like see-through systems, so you can like see. It's just like classic Nintendo. It's kind of like Y2K. Like
it's classic Nintendo, but actually Nintendo theft.
So cool.
Actually selling Nintendo games without
sucks.
Nintendo.
They didn't pick up.
So cool. I'm so excited.
How did
Allegedly.
they get away with that?
Dude. No.
However,
Pixel art games looking like crap. I promise you, they look amazing on this system. And on this system, I can also play Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I can play 3DS games, and I'm so excited to do that. You know how I'm always talking about X and Y? You know how I was like saying like they should like HD port X and Y? You're right. I don't need it, but the culture needs it. We need it out there, you know? For the masses, for my niece to pick up, so her oh dude, it needs to happen more than ever.
If you say so.
Oh dude, it's so good.
down.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Jake put me onto this system. I didn't believe him. I said I don't need it. I got the cartridges, but I bought this thing. I waited a month to get it. I got it. No tariff in sight, and it's literally gonna change my life. This is dude, I can't wait to play this when we log off. So that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been up to.
Apparently, a lot of people in the chat said that European countries you can buy a Switch, which I thought so because back in the day, it's funny because Lumi, I was like, I'm old. I don't know if they ever changed it, but back in the day, everything was region locked. But I had heard that other things, like in new modern times, are not region locked anymore. So here we are.
They might not.
Apparently, they're not. They're not. Confirmed by Jake Steinberg.
Yeah, Jake's never wrong.
So, are you?
That's not sarcasm either. He's usually right.
Here's the deal, Soul. I called 2 GameStops that I found within your area.
You
One
did
of them
that right
did not
now?
pick up. Yes, right now. Right now. You can rewind the video and you'll see me on the phone with them. One of them did not pick up. The other one does not have any. So.
Oh, you called for him? Oh my god!
He literally called while we're on the stream.
So I was like, I'll do it in. I'll call in a couple
sitting there
months.
talking on the phone.
I will tell you right now, that is good
Dusty
stuff.
was like, "No, let me tell you why." And I went, "Oh, I have a minute," and I just muted myself and just.
I did not see you talking on the phone at all. That's hilarious.
Did we shout out Matt Hale? They just became a Box Legendary tier member.
Dude.
Shout out to you, Matt Hale. Thank you so much. Make sure you claim with your new membership. Make sure you join this secret Discord. Make sure you watch all of the additional content. And make sure if you go to shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com, which is linked in the description, any sort of merchandise that you get, any sort of branded Hidden Power merchandise you get 10% off. That's also a perk of being a member. So shout out to you, man. Okay, so we got maybe 20 minutes left. And then we got to hop off.
He's gone.
Oh, Soul's gone. Soul's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
I guess just to say it, the new... Wow, we really are getting a lot of Alola stuff. The new TCG Pocket set is based in Alola. So that's another Alolan thing. I didn't even realize that.
That's what we mentioned earlier, yeah.
I know, but TCG Pocket and the Sitting Cuties. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of weird, right?
It's nice.
That's the kind of stuff... You know right now, if that was happening with Unova, we'd all be going... Unova remakes, you know?
yeah, it's true.
I know it because we did it.
We did it, yeah. Oh my god, I said shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com earlier, but we got 2 rock stars, 2 icons right now. Our video editor, or our short form video editor and branding guru, Kedzie Teller, his dog Diplin is wearing our merch, and this looks amazing. Look at this. Look at how cute this pup is.
So great.
How cute is this pup?
So awesome.
What an awesome shirt. And then we also got have you guys heard of this guy? Lore Keeper Toby? He got the new Chikorita merch.
Looking fly in that shirt.
He really does. He does make it look pretty good. But this is great. We're gonna have to put this on social. But yeah. Oh, check this out. Ball Guy Leaks just pledged $25 to Hidden Power Podcast.
Bro.
Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Thank you for thank you for supporting the show, and thank you also, if you're listening, for contributing to the first 40 minutes of this podcast. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh my God. And
wow.
Young Smokey out of nowhere, $50. Young Smokey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
For I don't even I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Like when you come out to support, it's like overwhelmingly generous, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. They say shout out to these guys
man.
who work hard to bring us Pokemon content all the time. Also, I got to say I'm glad the Mega Feraligatr was fake. I was so sad when I saw that leak. Also, cute doggo. Young Smokey, thank you so much just honestly, I don't know. I appreciate you. There's nothing I can say.
Absolutely.
There's nothing I can say that can properly thank
all
you.
All of our Game Freak Inc. level members.
Yeah. You do so much for this show, right? You're thanking us for the hard work, but you're our boss. You're our sponsor, right? We're able to do this because of people like you. So thank you so much. Really, honestly, anyone who's watching right now, it does make a
Lucifer,
a big
Young
deal.
Smokey just paid for Soul or Dusty's deposit on a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order.
It's true. It's true. Oh man, that's funny.
For the small price of $49.99, a Switch 2 can be yours.
You know, we say this, but we gotta pay our editors now, right? We got a team of people. We gotta pay our editors, our graphic designers. We gotta pay them first. But thank you, Young Smokey. Appreciate it so much.
Smokey, just so you know, that Feraligatr might not have been real, but
yeah, that's what I was about
warning.
to say.
It's
still
probably
gonna be
look
something
pretty
very
similar.
close.
It's gonna be pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
hopefully it doesn't ruin your day.
I'm happy about it. I really am. I think I am happy.
I'm so
about
happy.
it.
I loved it.
I think it's so
I loved
sick.
it, and I think it can only be better. I think
Yeah.
it can only be better than that. So it's like, all right, I'm in. That's my boy right there.
I know, absolutely. Just showing off
It'll toe to
showing
die.
off the hats while
I think Embor might be underrated, though. We'll see. We'll see.
Embor is gonna be sick. Young
Dude,
Smokey.
I hope so.
No, Smokey, no!
Smokey, thank you so much.
No!
Really appreciate
Oh my
it.
Thank
gosh,
you.
dude! Thank you, man, so
you.
much.
Thank you, man, so much. Really appreciate it. He goes, well, as the boss, you guys all deserve a raise. I got you. Thank you so
Best
much.
boss ever. What in the world?
For real.
Thank you so much.
Wish our IRL bosses were like you, man.
I know, right?
For real.
And then Oven Carson also became a legendary tier member on YouTube. So welcome,
Awesome. Thank you.
welcome to the club. Join the Discord. Go check out all that access, all that new content that you have access to now. Thank you so
Welcome,
much.
Squidward.
Yeah, you guys are really showing up. We love this. We love doing this. And listen, we were saying like, oh, if we can continue to grow support financially, we'll be able to do more content. And this was like a big question mark on whether or not we'll be able to like maintain it. But we've been pretty consistent for I feel like 2 months now.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun. I think it's been
Since
successful.
Pokemon Day,
Yeah.
we've been doing a live every week, which is huge. I mean, guys, seriously, like, you know, this is a huge thank you to all of y'all because it's because of y'all we're able to do this. This is another day that, you know, Dusty, Soul, and I could be doing our jobs right now, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're here, and that's because of y'all's support. In fact, Soul actually was at his job
he was.
and got off for this. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I took off work for it. I had to rush home and get here. So
No,
it was great.
absolutely. All right, we got a lot of stuff. I realized little small things that I want to get through before we log off. For one, we have a new episode with Munching Orange on the channel. That's from I think last week, and there's also a full Patreon/YouTube channel member exclusive episode with Munching Orange. That's also available. If you have not checked it out, we do have that. Also, I will be at PAX East 2025. That's in May. That's in like 2 weeks. If you're in the Boston location, if you're coming to PAX East, I believe Pokemon's going to be there. I'm pretty sure they're going to have something there. But regardless, if you're going to PAX, if you're in Boston, let's meet up. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of other creators who are going. I'm hoping to record some content when we're there. But I will be there. If you guys want to meet up, it'd be super fun to show up, wear your Hidden Power merch, or we can get like a group photo or something, or honestly just hang out. What else? There was this new thing.
I want to
rip through this. What is it?
Yeah. No, there's a little bit of breaking news, which is funny because of our last live. It was the breaking news, but 4chan's back.
4chan's back.
4chan's back. Apparently, 4chan's back.
I'll take it.
It did not last long at all.
It's kind of bad though because now people can post really crazy Gen 10 leaks.
How is that bad? That's fun.
It's not
well,
good.
you know, it's the level, right? Like it would suck if we got images of every single mega, you know, over the next month or two.
Sure,
you know, that would kind of suck.
All right,
anything's possible now.
Let me get through this.
It was like a pause, and now the pause is kaput.
Yeah.
So
the floodgates will open. 4chan's back. That's a new update. Pokemon Home just added the new medal collection feature. I have personally not looked into this at all. It doesn't seem that exciting. It almost seems from what I've read, it almost looks like some sort of street pass feature. Like you have to actually go to like real life locations, right? It's almost integrating maybe some of the elements that Pokemon Go used to kind of feed off of. So I'm like low key interested, but I'm not. I haven't even opened the app since this new announcement. But I don't know. I actually feel like in the last 6 months, Pokemon Home's been trying to do a lot of new things. So I'd be curious to see in the future. I'm looking forward to watching this closely to see if Pokemon Home continues to add any sort of new features as we get new Pokemon games, and maybe there'll be more functionality with this application.
Now call it like it is, man. Medals, Unova remakes.
Yes, no, that's literally the first thing I thought of. But
which ones did you get? I got Unova actually.
Oh, I haven't even done it.
I haven't done it.
But what do? You go into your app?
You literally just go into it, and it just gives you medals, three free medals, and you can trade them with your friends.
The Pokemon Company will be releasing Pokeology, a new book that explains Pokemon from an ecology and what is this? Ethology perspective. The book will have new artwork as well, which I'm excited for. And this is cool. I mean, this is coming out in Japan June 18th. We don't know if this is going to be global, but obviously people, I mean, the footage will be cool. The new art will be cool. And obviously there will be some fan translations. And there's a lot we can learn from this. And I'm glad Toby's back because he's going to eat that up. He's going to be making a bunch of content with that. I think it's cool. This could potentially not be that cool in actuality, but I'm looking forward to this a lot.
It depends what the art is like.
Yeah.
It's like if the art's not great, then that would not be fun. But.
Yeah. No, I hope the art is close to the official art that Pokemon has.
I hope we get a US version, man.
I do too.
I'll be so upset if this is really cool.
I do too.
I really doubt that we will.
I doubt we will too. We never get the good stuff, dadgummit.
And
I have very...
Yeah.
Still waiting on my Morlo lamp or Hisuian Pokeball humidifier.
Yeah, true. I'm still waiting on my Rotom refrigerator. I haven't seen it at Lowe's yet.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not.
Because the things I named were actual products they released.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And what's cool is we put this up and somehow this is the post that went viral. So we had a lot of cool people retweeting us. One of those people was Veronica Taylor, the original voice actress.
Veronica Taylor.
The original voice actress of Ash Ketchum from the English dub of the anime.
This
and she's a legend.
Was like my childhood. Like everything just came whooshing back over me. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, what? Freaking! I know, like Toby's like met her and stuff, but to me, it's wild. It's like thinking about I used to watch Ash Ketchum like when I was 10 years old on TV, and it was her voice, and that's so weird to me. To have her retweeting our content, like what?
I mean, she's out here. I've met a couple Pokemon voice actors and actresses. I think I met someone at PAX last year, or maybe it might have been Comic-Con in New York. But these people are out here. They're pretty active in the community. I mean, Jake Steinberg interviewed the current voice actress of Ash Ketchum. I guess maybe not current. The previous modern voice actress. I forget I think her name's Sarah Natacheni.
And you should have gave.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Gave her my number.
Sarah Natacheni.
Yeah.
Should have gave her my number.
So
right.
Where you at?
So yeah, so I mean, I think it's cool. It was cool that she recognized Hidden Power Podcast. That felt like a kind of a win for the brand. I'm sure she hasn't retained us, but we'll keep reporting on the news.
Called and said,
hopefully,
hey,
in the future.
they cover leaks of the Pokemon franchise. Don't ever quote tweet them again.
We don't anymore. I took it out of the bio. It's news.
What are we doing right now,
news,
my guy?
We're talking about news and the theories and the analysis. That's all we're doing.
What did we do earlier?
There was
It's
also
fine.
on
She's been out of the Pokemon Company for so long.
That's true.
On Earth Day, the Pokemon Company also released this really cool animation called Pokemon Ecology Diary, which feels like
I don't know
it
if we
is.
can show this.
Okay,
I don't know if we're
I'll just
supposed
keep
to be
scrolling.
showing
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I'll keep scrolling, but that was kind of fun. I haven't actually watched it all the way through. I watched the snippet when it came out.
It's like almost 10 minutes long.
Yeah,
I picked like my
I
old
watched it.
favorite parts from it and posted those instead of the
Yeah.
whole thing. This is all in Chinese.
Oh,
so
they
it's
won't
like,
give me a medal.
They won't?
They won't give me a medal. I keep clicking medals and it loads and then my whole game freezes.
Did you update the game? Maybe your phone needs to.
Your
Thought
phone
it updated automatically.
no, you got to update your phone. And do we mention? I forget now if we talked online or offline about the Teraleaker being taken down.
No, we haven't talked about it.
No, we have not. We talked about it privately, but
Yeah,
So if
did
you want to give me a quick
secret
recap,
card.
we got like 10 minutes and then we got to bounce.
Nintendo subpoenaed Discord, which means they are telling Discord, hey, we know that you value the privacy of your users. However, this user violated our copyright. So you have to let us know who they are so that we can find them and we can send our Nintendo ninjas after them.
destroy them.
Yes.
But yeah, we're past that actually now. So they shut down the server that we were in.
Freak League
I wasn't
server was
in it.
what it was
Yes.
called.
I wasn't in it at all.
And apparently now we're all on some list.
I'm not.
According to Lumi. No, I don't think it's a big deal for us, but for Mr. Teraleaker,
Yeah.
it definitely is. And
They
his
also,
friends.
the admins got in trouble of that server. The mods,
course.
I'm pretty sure, got like issued some kind of thing by Discord. I don't know if it's like a timeout, a suspension, something like that. They're not facing like legal trouble, but they're facing like Discord trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big deal, but it was not surprising to me. Like I was just waiting, and they always take a
Surprised
little
it
while.
took this long, yeah.
Well, I've watched people talk about it, and a lot of people have said the main reason is because the Gen 10 leaks started happening, and like the actual image leaks of ZA. The image leaks of ZA, like those two things, like Nintendo went alert, alert, because all they care about is money, basically. And so if they harm their sales of ZA or Gen 10 in any way, then they're going to go after them. So
Yeah.
all the other games had already come out. Like
I'm sure they're also aware that like all the megas are like, while we don't have images, we know them, and I'm sure that has to also be a little bit of a push too.
For sure. But the thing is, like all the old games, like the cut content, they're not making money off of that stuff anymore.
Right.
It's just like it doesn't really matter probably to them, for like to Nintendo specifically, to like go after people other than they hacked them. Like if it was me, I'd go after them anyway, just because you did something illegal. But whatever.
Yeah. All right, we got some super chats here. BST became a legendary tier member. Thank you for supporting us in keeping this train moving. Thank you so much. Young Smokey also with another super chat says, I love shinies, but unfortunately they don't love me the first The first shiny I found in Gen 9 was a Spiupa. That's actually a pretty good shiny. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a beautiful Pokemon. You should treasure him.
That's pretty good.
Forever.
That's pretty good. But Young Smokey's got high standards. NMT Arts hit us with the super chat and they go, ahoy! So shout out to hello.
Ahoy to you.
Ahoy back to you. It do be ahoying.
Arg me hardy.
Young Smokey with another super chat with the $20 says, that's amazing. I've always wondered how Pokemon food, webs, and ecology works. or the food webs and ecology works. I find it very interesting. Sounds like a good read. Like you guys said, I hope the art is as well. And it's just gonna produce so many fun little like rabbit holes that we can create. Listen, Bulbapedia will never be the same.
I need to send you something. But keep going. It's about this.
About sure. What? About the okay.
Ecology thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Please, thank you so much, guys, for all the continued support. I did want to pull this up. Jake sent me his link to his interview with Sarah Natacheni, and this is right here. If you guys want to, maybe I'll pop the link in the description so you guys can check this out.
I don't know if she has a boyfriend, but I think we'd make a good couple.
Yeah, she's a professional, so I don't know if we. I know we're making jokes, but she's a person. I don't know. She'll never come on this podcast now.
I mean, I'm just saying, like we look. It could look nice.
Yeah.
I ship it.
It's a good match.
I ship it.
But yeah, this I think I did watch this interview that Jake performed maybe like last year, but I'm totally forgetting what they talked about. It's just kind of cool. I mean, like I look at the anime and I think these are cartoons, but there's real people behind it. You know, like with other
100%.
live action TV shows. Like I just wrapped up The Sopranos, and I'm looking at those actors. I'm like, they are the characters.
My God,
right?
Yeah, it's true.
But like like you see the actors, and you're like, wow, that's the character, and you don't really often see. I don't know. It's like for all intensive purposes, what's her name? Veronica Taylor is Ash Ketchum. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
I mean,
cool.
yeah. To me, it'll always be Veronica Taylor. I'm sorry to
even though
Sarah,
technically speaking, Sarah's played him longer.
Was longer.
Her run was longer. But it's also kind of sad. Like here in America, we don't really value that as much. But like in Japan, they care so much about that. Like that idea that like no, this person's that character. Like a great example of it is that the actress who played Mei in Japan. Something happened with her throat. She had some kind of, I don't know if it was cancer or what, but she ended up having to retire from voice acting.
Oh, geez.
And so when Mei reappears in the last like few episodes of Pokemon Journeys, it's a voiceless cameo because Japan's like, hey, no, if we can't get her to come back to voice her, then she's not getting voiced. So it's kind of cool to like see that appreciation of art. I think that's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. Ball Guy, we were talking about you earlier, but thank you for the support on Patreon, and thank you for contributing to 40 minutes of the beginning of this VOD. So shout out to you. I just see you in the chat right now. So thank you,
sir.
So what was that last thing you wanted to say?
I sent it to you.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah,
hold on.
Kenzie's calling us all. Kenzie, you're calling us live.
Hold on, we're live right now.
Are you trying to get him live?
No. Hold on. We're still live. We have a call at 3:30 that we're gonna have to jump to. But Soul, you
didn't even know that.
Soul, you said you had something else to share?
Yeah, go to the messages here.
He sent it to you.
Yeah,
great.
Send your DMs.
Here we go.
So click on the tweet. That not. Oh, mine,
dude, I did see this. Yeah. So this is
what this ecology book could look like.
Yes, this is an artist, Red BRB. They say that these are concepts I'd personally like for this book. Artwork of profiles in different situations with little secrets unknown until now, although I haven't represented them. I'd also like illustrations of situations with extensive explanatory texts. And this is really cool. I did see this. And basically, like, the most, the coolest example would be like if Game Freak wanted to reveal to us maybe what Diglett looked like underneath the ground, right? That's a part of its body that we don't see. So they basically could just like, there's potential for this book, Pokemon Ecology or Pokeecology, for literally our brains to melt and for us to understand Pokemon in ways that we just never were, to just answer questions that we've had for 30 years. Here's a new Pokemon Hydrapple, but it's like, what would this Pokemon look like if it wasn't in an apple, right? What do all the heads look like inside of the apple? Things like that.
There's something I didn't put in my tweet, but like he drew little legs for him.
Yes.
For Hydrapple.
Oh, for
Look
Hydrapple?
at the little feet. Yes.
Oh,
Look at the little feet. He sits on the feet.
That's so cool.
I need this to be canon now so badly.
I saw
like
this
an
and
actual
assumed it was
dragon.
real. I assumed it was real.
It's so genius.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like
No?
it?
No.
I mean, I do like that they're snakes, but I like that
Yeah.
he's like a snake dragon now. Just
Yeah.
like, whoop, just standing here. It's great.
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh. No, I think this is
Super.
so cool. I would love to see something like this in this book. Here's another example of Floatzel, just kind of like how its body works when it's swimming versus on land. I don't know. There's so many Pokemon you could do this for.
If it's like this, it would be one of the greatest books of all time. Pokemon books of
Absolutely,
all
yeah.
time.
Literally, it would feel like a new generation. Like it would recontextualize so many things in the Pokemon
It's
world.
kind of everything I've ever wanted. Like even
Yeah.
beta designs, like a beta book design thing. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I'm worried it's going to be
Dream.
weird art or realistic or something, and I'm worried it's going to
I don't want it to
not
be
really
realistic,
explain
bro.
that much. Or it'll be like, Pidgey eats Caterpie, and we're like, we know.
We know.
We know. Not
For
that
30
exciting.
years.
Not that exciting. But
Yeah.
all right, listen, we gotta bounce. We got a meeting with the team, with the Hidden Power team, the team that you guys are funding. Just saying. But shout out to everyone who's been watching, everyone who watched the live. If you came in late, you can check out. This will be available as a VOD. You can watch that later. Thanks. I'll say thanks to everyone who donated. Thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube channel supporters. Thank you to Young Smokey and thanks to Bald Guy as well. Let's say that. And thanks to Jake. Thanks to Quill. Thanks to Soul. Thanks for being here, Soul. Thanks for
He's gonna start naming everybody. Thank you, Dusty.
I want to thank my mother. I want to thank God. I want to thank
your wife.
Yeah, I want to thank my wife and my dog.
God, he always forgets the wife.
I don't forget her. She's just a staple. She's just always there. Guys, thank you so
icon.
much. If you want more content, like I said, this will be available to you this episode, but also we have an episode with Munching Orange. What was our episode this week? Oh, it was this is an episode. This week's episode of the podcast is it's about 2 hours of us talking with our Patreon and YouTube channel member supporters in our Discord live. They call in, we talk to them. It was recorded about a month or so ago. So, anyways, a bunch of fan theories for Legends EA, for Champions, for Gen 10. It's so much fun. But thanks for everyone for being here. Appreciate you guys. We're going to go jump on a call with the Hidden Power team, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.